Oh yeah.
Stop
Ooh.
playing. Wait a second. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Listen. Y'all are just gonna see us flexing all the fucking time. You know why? Because it's not about working hard and saying nothing. It's not about not working hard and saying everything. It's about working hard and saying it all. Because we don't just practice what we preach. We preach what we practice. Baby.
Exactly.
You already fucking know.
So where are we coming today?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the AM Club podcast. Say that first.
Yeah.
On today's agenda is connection lost.
So we're having a very interesting. We're gonna take you behind the fucking behind the third wall, fourth wall. It's like whenever somebody's filming something and they tell you like about some shit that's actually happening.
Like behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
But that's interesting. I've never heard third or fourth wall.
I think it was fourth wall.
It's gotta be fourth.
But anyway, so
damn, bro.
I know.
I mean, it's fine. I got a screen protector, but I was just like, that shit personal.
But
back to you live from the same undisclosed location.
So this is going to sound odd coming from us and what we've been telling you recently.
Yeah, this is a little tangent, but it's actually very important.
Very important.
Very, very important. And our conversation's actually going to tell you why it's very important.
To be honest, life isn't all about being fucking rich, making money, all that shit. However, it's mainly about having somebody or something to do it for. And I feel like that is what we have lost in society today. People want to just do things for the sake of doing things. And they forget what's most important in life. And what's most important in life is shit like this. This has been my best friend, brother, and all of that since fucking middle school, maybe. And like, we didn't even go to the same middle school. We didn't even fucking, we knew each other at the gym playing basketball and beating the older dudes in the fucking gym because we were the young people that they would let on the court, and they wouldn't let any other young people on the court. They just let us on the court because we were that good. We were like that.
That's just how it worked.
Austin, Jose are coming. Oh yeah, they can play. They can let. We can't let. They're not. But hey, them, yeah, they can play. They're good.
Bring them in. Bring them in.
That's how the fuck we met, and we have this brotherhood to this day. That is really what makes life life. Because say that I was doing the same thing, say that Jose was doing the same thing, and we weren't here, it was just me by myself or just Jose by himself doing this, is less fulfilling. It's less.
There's less impact.
There's less impact. And shit, you're not as happy doing this shit by yourself. And again, going back to the whole don't be a lone wolf thing, having somebody to go through life with, whether it's a friend, brother, sister, mother, father, cousin, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck that you want to fucking say, having somebody with you to go through shit with is so, so important. Not just somebody, but the right somebody, of course.
Yeah. Clarification.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing, right? And this, behind the fourth, what is it, the fourth?
Fourth wall.
Fourth wall. Behind the fourth wall. Can I go behind the fourth wall a little bit?
Of course. Please.
It has to be consensual.
Well,
guys,
it depends on what
you need consent.
What do we have to go through the fourth wall?
Just like in the context of the...
Oh, nothing.
I digress.
Nothing.
I'm saying in the context of we're talking about the context of relationships. And we're talking about the context of intimate relationships. And Austin and I were having a dialogue of something that's very close to home for the both of us. And actually talking about demystifying the messages. A seed pod fell on Austin's lap when he was saying that this circumstance fell in his lap. That is a fucking message that's confirming, yes, no, it really did just fall in your lap. It was
meant to be. It was meant to fall in your lap.
Right. It was preordained divine intervention.
Right.
But onto that note, in that conversation, I rudely interrupted Austin because that's what I do. That's my
That's his.
purpose in this friendship, in this brotherhood.
That's his mo.
And I said, hang on, bro. Isn't it crazy that we're so perplexed, or we're almost riled up in a way about this topic, about this relationship topic, almost as much as work, and sometimes even more than work. And then I realized, I took a couple steps back, and then I said, hang on, why is work actually more important than this? Why do we spend more time on work than cultivating, building relationships? Because it's not just a relationship. It's not surface level like, hey, I like you, you like me. No, it's like we are in each other's corners for a lifetime, and we
Right.
are building a legacy. And you don't, like we say all the time, like Austin literally just said, you're not a lone wolf. You build together. You need somebody, at least one person, even a fucking dog. And it's like, why? Why? It's crazy.
And kind of what we were talking about in the last episode, last pod, when you go through life, they push these things upon you and force you to believe and act and be in, was it incongruence? Something.
Inconduent or incongruent? Like one word or two words?
One word.
Okay, I don't know that word. You got me
Anyway,
there. You got me there.
I might have just made some shit up, but who cares?
I thought it was in and then conduit, like a conductor. Because a conduit is like a circuit. So
Fuck it.
in the circuit.
Anyway, they force you basically to follow these certain trends, these mindsets of these ways of thinking. They push the whole get money, get money, get money, get money thing. And of course, that's something that we want to do, but we don't want to do it just because we're going to say, ha, we have more fucking money than you fucking loser. No, we want to do it to say, hey, mom, hey, dad, I bought your fucking house. Not just this house that you live in. I paid that off. But the house over there on the lake that you're always talking about, yeah, I bought it. It's free, y'all. Y'all can go in there and move in there. Oh, yeah, sister, you don't want to work ever again? Yeah, you don't have to do that. That's why we're doing what we're doing. And when you say that we focus so much more on basically shit that doesn't fucking matter as much compared to building solid relationships with the right people, with, you know, a girl, a boy, family members, whatever you want to do, that's really where fucking life begins. That's where life ends. You want to have, when life ends, you want to have people surrounded around you and surrounded, you know, by what? Yeah, surrounded by you.
You want people to surround you.
Yes, surround you. I don't know. My bandwidth is limited.
Bandwidth, guys.
But you want people around you at the end to be like, hey, look, we cherished you throughout life. You made my life even better. The fact that you were here. You don't give a fuck about the money when you're about to leave. You give a fuck about the people when you're about to leave. And that should show you what's really important.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's huge. It really is. There's so many things that it's like, I don't even know what to pick to say because it could go in so many directions. But it's and to be quite fair, a little bit personal, I don't think Austin and I have ever really been in a sort of relationship with an individual that truly actually helps us in a way, or that we truly connect with in the way that we're telling you now, and how like the relationship is so important when it comes to building, and not just building but also providing stability, because it's a strong foundation. And fundamental foundations was episode 22. Yes, 22. Right, 22. And so that kind of plays into the idea that like we have not technically experienced a foundation, a strong foundation, in union with another individual.
Right.
And so that's actually kind of why we brought up the importance of this topic, because it's like we're actually kind of in a situation that might be a case, an event, and we're kind of perplexed that only do we get a few hours to talk about it together on a Sunday. wouldn't that be something that would be so important if you're going to spend your lifetime with somebody, and if you're going to do something so incredible with somebody, that you would be talking about it on a daily basis, consoling?
Yes.
Consoling with your brothers, consoling with your sisters, consoling with your mother, your father, your mentors, your friends. You would expect that that's something that's so large and so ingrained into us. But like Austin said, there's a degree of programming where all we do is focus on money, 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 and we could go on the whole tangent on why that is, but we're not going to.
Right.
Because you probably have an idea about it. But it's finding a way to gain that lost connection back. And that's why we named this title Connection Lost, also because it's cheeky. But the point is, we're losing the connection that we're meant to have in those relationships, in that intimacy, in the friendships, in the brotherhoods, in between mother and father and your siblings, which is, as humans, we evolved as communal animals.
Right.
So we require companionship. We require assistance. That's the reason why lone wolves don't live. They die. And definitely they're depressed. So there's that.
Right. And then I'm dying pretty fast. There's also that. But, just a very big part of life, which I don't care what anybody says. And we have one friend actually who says this. And even though he says it, I don't believe a word that comes out of his fucking mouth.
It's just avoidance.
Because everybody wants that one person for them, that one companion in life, that partner that in crime that they can do shit with, Now, whether they believe that person is there for them or not, that's one thing, but they do cherish that. They do want that. And we've pushed that to the back burner. One, because a lot of people also nowadays, how are you going to establish a connection with somebody just one way? In order to establish a connection, the wavelengths have to meet.
The frequencies
have to meet. They have to align, bro. And if you're the only person right now trying to establish a connection, you're not going to find that connection because it's not being reciprocated, right? And a lot of people nowadays, it's kind of one-sided. There's one person trying to establish a connection and the other person is not trying to establish a connection because that other person is focused on other things, whether it be money, fucking sex that doesn't fucking matter, attention, all that type of bullshit, right? So you have to establish that connection both ways in order to progress. And once you do establish that connection, the wavelengths that come together, the frequencies that come together, it creates one bigger thing, right? And that's kind of the purpose of life, for you to come together with somebody, not just get what you're bringing to the table and just get what they're bringing to the table, put that together, and now you have one fucking big feast together, as opposed to having a plate here and a plate here. You have a feast together, and you want to feast together with somebody, whether it be one person, multiple people. We're not just talking about relationships, talking about friendships, all that type of stuff. You want to feast together and share your plate together with multiple people, because eating dinner by yourself is not as good as eating dinner, a successful dinner, talking to those that you love, talking about the old times, talking about times that are yet to come, and talking about the successes, talking about the failures. Nothing is better than that. I promise you that,
And you know what's crazy about what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
Almost every single podcast that we've had, we talk about how you will be alone, at least mentally or literally. And even though we say you're not a lone wolf, you feel alone because perhaps nobody truly understands you and X, Y, Z. You can't discount the capacity of what Austin just said and how having somebody to truly connect with you in all and any circumstances. We just talked about essentially a remedy to the issue of not having or being in isolation during a very, very, very transformative and difficult period of time where we already know most people give up, and that's why they're mediocre.
Right.
So that having somebody in a true intimate or close relationship could really be the difference between you obtaining your goals or you failing to meet what you set out to do. And that actually works perfectly with the analogy or the statement from James Clear's Atomic Habits. We do not rise to the level of our goals, but rather we fall to the levels of our systems. And that plays into the foundation. If your system relies on a strong foundation, which is a connection that you have with an individual, a group of individuals, or an animal, that means that your foundation is strong and your system is strong because you have a good support system. You have a system that helps you de-stress, or you have a system that helps motivate you, or you have a system that helps you stay fit, perhaps helps you eat well. That system keeps you like a fighter jet. They make sure that your adjustments are in line, which means that your body is functioning optimally. So your system is allowing you to achieve your goals because you fell to the level of your systems, but your systems were as high as your goals. That, my friends, that is where the fuck you need to be.
And now that you just said that, that's actually a great point. Because not only do you want people around you, right, that share, hold on, let me get to that. So not only do you want people around you in general, you want people around you that will push you to better yourself or that keep your well-being like in mind at all times, right? So if you want to do something as simple as, I don't know, something that's good for yourself, you want to take time to read, and your person around you is saying, read?
It's a fun.
Fuck that.
Are you a nerd?
Yeah,
yes.
Fuck that. Fuck reading. Just stay here with me, right? That's not something that's not something that you want, because to be honest, when you have somebody that is that is with you and then they also okay. All right.
Listen.
Anyway,
distractions.
Okay, so when you have somebody that's with you and they push you to do better, again, it's like a wave coming behind another wave to make an even fucking bigger wave, right? You have that push to make you better and surrounding yourself by people that want that for you makes life so much better, because not only are you trying to empower yourself and progress your life, others around you are trying to do the same. So that little level of positive energy that you're emitting yourself, others around you are emitting that same thing. And again, it just makes it an even bigger positive group, positive energy. And I hate sounding like a fucking those energy toes, but basically, I'm saying having that good vibes, those good vibes, that positive energy around you enriches your life. Trust me. And that's what you want. You want people around you to say, hey, maybe I don't know how you're going to do it, but I believe that you can do it. Or maybe I don't want you to do this, but I know that you need to do this, so go do this. You can do it. That's what you want around you.
Even if you don't believe in yourself and they do, that, come on, man. That's a power that you can't describe. It's a fire that they light under you that you yourself don't even understand. And that's the thing, bro. A lot of this shit doesn't follow logic. A lot of this shit is you cannot explain it. You cannot explain these things.
Just like I can explain the shit that no, I'm just fucking shit.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's a message that we won't try to demystify.
Hold on, you see that? Hold on, let's mid pause flex. You see that? You see the, the striations and shit. Y'all notice that?
Work.
Hey, get your ass in the gym. And again,
wipe your ass.
This guy, right? This guy.
The
reason why I am as fit today is because of this guy right here. And it's not because, I like to hear all the shit that he was talking about all the time. I didn't,
definitely. He still doesn't.
you know.
You want to talk
And
about last week or this week on Friday?
yeah, like the shit wasn't easy, but to have somebody that's in your circle that's saying, "Hey, look, you know, even though it's something that I know you don't like, shit, I'll do it with you." Even though he does like to do it, so it's not necessarily like he's going out his way to do this shit. But he's like, shit, if you don't feel like working out, you don't feel like doing shit, I'll do it with you. You know, we can do this shit together and suffer together.
Yeah, no, for
You
real.
know, and having people around you like that want the best for you and will keep pushing you in that direction. This shit didn't happen overnight. I didn't want to get fit. I didn't want to get bigger. I didn't want to do all this shit overnight. It took constant prodding by this guy, even though sometimes it was annoying at times, to be like, bro, come
More
on,
than annoying.
come with me to the gym, bro.
Sometimes.
Come with me to get outside. To go outside, bro. Come with me to go here. Let's go get some food here. Let's go do this. Let's go do this. And to be honest, you know, having that mentality changed my life because I used to be kind of a hermit type of person that didn't want to do shit. He knows. He used to ask me to do a whole bunch of shit, and I used to always say fucking no.
Yeah.
Now,
I showed up to your house a couple times.
yes.
And then
I'd be like, what the
got
fuck are you doing
rejected.
here? You're like, fuck out of here.
Listen, most of y'all can't even walk up to some chick and talk to her and get rejected. I got rejected by a brother
Yes.
at his house
Yeah, at my house.
multiple times.
I'd be like, bro, I'm not
Grow
going.
a pair.
I'm not going out there with you to go do fucking kayaking or some hiking bullshit.
You're not
I'm not
gonna
doing
run
that.
12 miles with me
Right.
when
And
it's
then-
100 degrees.
But here's the thing: the power of saying yes to that shit, the power of having, you know, somebody who established that connection, reestablished that connection, you know, because he was admitting that connection himself. He was trying to get me to admit that connection that he knew I could, but I just wouldn't do it. And then once I finally said yes and I started admitting that connection, not only did I get better and my life improve, I'm sure his life also was a lot more fun too, because not only he was doing the shit by himself, now he had his best friend, his brother, to go do the shit with him.
Yeah.
So it just improved everything, and the sun is going down. This is actually a very nice little,
You know, and that's exactly why it's the AM club.
Yeah.
Precisely because there's a synergistic effect that we have together. And if there was no I almost said consensual connection. If there was no like if there was no intended connection, like one that was reciprocated, then we wouldn't have even, first off, we probably would have never been friends. Second off, we would have never gotten to where we've gotten to. Third off, we wouldn't be here today in front of y'all, owning multiple businesses together and operating multiple businesses together, podcasting together, growing together, planning life together, and doing
Pause.
No. Hey, that wasn't that bad.
Yes.
That wasn't that bad.
No, but yes, but that's not look great. Growing, what do you say? Growing a life
I
together?
said planning life.
Planning lives together? You plan lives together? The fucking, hey, look, man.
When I say planning lives, I mean like cars and then compounds and then like trips and shit like that. Not that looks fucking amazing, bro. That's, hey, look, we eating good. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, man.
Right?
Hey, man. See, that's what happens when you establish that connection and you focus on what's really important. When you focus,
you just spin it.
Oh.
No, go.
When you focus on what's really important, bro, you see how we just got happy over some shit that you don't know about? In the grand scheme of things, well, to you, it might seem like, what the fuck you getting happy about that shit? Yes, we're getting happy about that shit because it's some shit. And we had to go through some shit to get to the shit. And then when you finally get the shit, it's like, damn, you got the shit, bro. Like,
the reason it has value is because it was hard to obtain.
Yeah.
And because it's highly sought after, but not prevalent.
We got the shit. Now, on that note, I think we're going to sign off. You know, it was nice giving you this podcast today. Hey, look, man, go out here and focus on what really matters in life. Not this social media bullshit, not this fucking money shit, not having all this, clothes to just, flex on people, all that bullshit. Rental clothes, rental cars, rental fucking house, rental hoes, all that shit. You want to establish something real with people. A real friendship, a real bond, a real relationship, a real marriage, a real whatever, That's what's important. I advocate for you to go out and find that for yourself. And once you do, I guarantee that your life will go from here to here and stay there. Well, it has life has its ups and downs. It always has its ups and downs.
But your
However, I promise you,
baseline is going to move up.
correct.
And that's, you fall to the level of your baseline, which is still higher than it was before. So the rough times aren't going to be as rough.
There you go.
I would say, real quick, on a closing remark, to my gentlemen and to my ladies, be authentic.
I thought you were gonna say wash your ass,
Wash,
but
yeah,
authentically wash your ass. That's what you gotta
authentically
do.
wash your ass. Damn, look who's making the joke now when I'm trying to be serious.
My fault.
No, it's okay. It's acceptable.
Bye.
Don't be one of those.
They didn't hear it.
Where's my hug?
Yeah, where's my hug? Anyway,
be authentic with your intentions. And in order to be authentic with your intentions, you have to understand your intentions. You have to have that level of introspection where you say, okay, is this truly, do I want X, Y, or Z? Do I want this to play out this way? How do I want it? Because once you're authentic, if that person meets your connection, life just becomes that much easier and things have a tendency to click together. I mean, we have a friend, a business partner, who in the matter of less than 6 months, everything clicked. Move in, engagement, house bought, potentially child on the way. In less than 6 months. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And it really only started with that authenticity. As in this is, and knowing, having the intent. So if I could say anything, it's just intent and authenticity are the two most important factors aside from compatibility. If you're going for compatibility first, I think you're hitting it the wrong way. Because you would waste time trying to be like, okay, are we compatible or not? Versus you don't even know where the ship is headed. You might as well just have not even navigated to begin with. So, but with that, the AM Club podcast is out. Bitches.